So you're thinking about moving to Meridian, Idaho, but you want to make sure that you pick the best neighborhood that you possibly can. Well, in this video, I'm going to help you do exactly that. I'm going to share with you 5 of my favorite neighborhoods in Meridian, Idaho. We're going to talk a little bit about what they have to offer, what makes them special, what makes them a little bit more unique. Why would you want to go there? We're going to touch on some of the real estate. We're going to do a little bit of a deep dive into each of these. So stay tuned. This is going to be a good one. What's up guys, I'm Chase Dolan, your Boise realtor, and in this video, I'm going to share with you 5 of my favorite neighborhoods in Meridian, Idaho that you should take a look at if you're thinking about making a move up here. And to get started, let's go with one of the most popular and coveted subdivisions in all of Meridian, Idaho. Let's talk a little bit about Spurwing. So Spurwing is a high-end luxury subdivision that surrounds the club at Spurwing, which is a private country club, golf club here in Meridian. Spurwing is known for its championship level golf course. It's gonna have the full 18, it's gonna have a par 3 executive course, but outside of golf, they're also gonna have some great tennis facilities. You're gonna have a couple of fitness centers. You're gonna have a clubhouse with a restaurant and bar in your neighborhood that is only for people that live there or members of the club. You're gonna have 2 community pools, one of which is right next to that clubhouse. So you're gonna be able to order drinks, you're gonna be able to order food in the summer. It's a nice experience going out to the pool and actually being able to chill, have a beer, whatever floats your boat. And all of this, you can become a member regardless of where you're living, but every homeowner in Spurwing, as a part of your HOA dues, as of filming this right now, you never know if things will change, you actually get a social membership as a part of your HOA dues. So that means that you can use certain portions of the country club. A lot of times it's that restaurant and bar, it's the events, it's all of that. If you want to add in golf or anything, you're gonna have to pay a little bit extra, but some of my in-laws, they live in Spurwing. They've got that social membership. They still go to the pool. They still do all the events. They absolutely love it. And a big reason for that is the community in Spurwing. This is a subdivision where people really do get to know each other. Spurwing is split up and it's been being built out for years on years. So there's going to be a few different phases. There's going to be your high-end kind of estate luxury homes. These were built 15, 20 years ago. They're a little bit more traditional, but they're going to be on 2 acres. They're going to be that bigger kind of room from your neighbors setup. And then you're going to have that same high-end luxury big lot, big house sort of setup, but they're gonna be brand spanking new over in Spurwing Heights and on the rim. So you're gonna get some of the best views of the Treasure Valley, looking over the Boise River, seeing the foothills in the background. Those are just gonna be absolutely stunning. You're gonna have Spurwing Heights, which is more of your just classic high-end subdivision. Spurwing Green, Spurwing Estates. There's a few different of these phases that they've gone. But they have events throughout the year that are put on by the country club, but also there's some that are put on by people that just live in the neighborhood. One of these events that's put on by the neighborhood itself is gonna be their Oh Shit golf tournament. It happens every single year, and it's different people from different portions of the neighborhood kind of team up, and then each section of the neighborhood competes with the other ones. It's broken down by what kind of roof you have on your house. There's a whole acronym. It is just a very cool experience, and it's something that my in-laws, they have the golf, they love this. They block that off as if it is a wedding and a family function, and we don't even see them. It is a big priority for them, and they just have so much fun. But as I was saying, there are all sorts of different phases and levels of homes in Spurwing itself. So you could be living in one portion of Spurwing over on the acres. That's going to be a very different setup than living in Spurwing Heights, when we're talking about lot size, location in the neighborhood, as well as pricing. So the median price in Spurwing right now is going to be around $800,000. But when we start to get into the high end, we're looking at the rim lots, we're looking at the big acreage portions, you're going to be in that $2-3 million range pretty quickly. So there's a big gambit of what you might be looking for. Spurwing might have that to offer you. But at the end of the day, people move to Spurwing. They do love the homes, yes, but they move there for the country club and for the atmosphere. Moving on, let's stay in North Meridian, but let's go a little bit east. We're gonna talk about Paramount. Paramount is gonna be a true master plan community. The entire thought and the plan of the developers when they put this together was to give a neighborhood where you could actually combine education, recreation, and retail amenities all in one development. So they designed it and set it up this way. When you look at Paramount, it's gonna be a full square mile block. So you're gonna go from Chinden to McMillan, you're gonna go from Linder to Meridian Road, and everything in between is going to be Paramount. It's gonna have 3 community pools, you're gonna have a clubhouse with a fitness facility, you're gonna have walking paths throughout the neighborhoods, a few neighborhood parks, and then numerous water features throughout the neighborhood. Inside the neighborhood itself, right in the center, you're gonna find Paramount Elementary, so it's a great way to get your kids to school. If you're staying in the neighborhood, it's really safe to walk, to bike, take your kids there, have them come home afterwards. On the edge of the neighborhood, you're gonna find Rocky Mountain High School, which was one of our highest rated high schools in the entire Treasure Valley, but it is one that in North Meridian, people do really like sending their kids to. And then on the northwest corner of Paramount, you're gonna find Orchard Park. So this is where you're gonna find a lot of that grocery and retail side of things. So Fred Meyer is gonna be right across Chinden with a few different restaurants. You're gonna have Wingco, brand spanking new. Just basically you can come from Paramount and not even have to go onto any main roads. You're gonna have a brand new Meridian library. There is still so much development to come there, and it's all to give that retail amenity side to that development that I talked about. Now, Paramount is gonna have a pretty wide range of the size and style of home in the neighborhood, but you're not gonna find any really large, big lots. So everything's gonna stay a little bit more consistent. The median price right now in Paramount is around $600,000. So things can start to trickle up into those 800, 900,000s for that primo big home. But this is one where you're gonna be just a little bit above the median price of Meridian on the whole, but it is worth it. People do love living in Paramount. And the way that I come up with these lists a lot of times is when people are reaching out, what neighborhoods do they bring up when they don't know anything about the area? Paramount always comes up as people mention that they liked living here. Can we look at that? And on that note, before we go on to the next neighborhood, I do have to remind you, I am a realtor up here in the area. So if you're thinking about that and you're looking at these neighborhoods and you're not sure which ones you want to pick out, if you just need help or you have any questions, drop me an email, call, text, whatever works best for you. If there's a way that I can help, I would absolutely love to. And if you're liking this video, if you're liking the content, you're learning something, hit that subscribe button down below. That way you are the first to know everything you need to know about living in Boise, Idaho. Now, getting back to it, let's talk about the third neighborhood today. We're gonna head into South Meridian. We're gonna talk about Sky Mesa. So Sky Mesa is a fantastic community that is just now reaching the end of its development. I believe they have 5 homes left. They're these gorgeous rim homes that overlook the Treasure Valley. If you want more information, reach out. They're absolutely spectacular. But this is a community that has been in the works for quite some time. So now they're just getting to the end of it. So you're not gonna be in that new construction environment anymore. You're gonna be in a little bit more of a mature neighborhood. It's gonna feel more settled. As you're driving through, you're gonna notice that the homes here, you're gonna have some really large lots. So it's a low density neighborhood, which means when it was zoned, and it's how it's written in the plat, everything that they needed, 2.2 homes per acre. So this means on average, you're gonna be around that 1/3 to a 0.4 acre lot. Some of them are gonna be bigger, some are gonna be smaller, but it shows that they're not cramming in 6, 7, 8 homes on every single acre. So you're gonna feel the space. The homes are gonna feel a little bit further apart. I will say Boise Hunter Homes, which is the developer and the builder here, they are known for making really large floor plans, 6-bedroom homes. They're gonna be 3,000, 3,500, 4,000 square feet. When you put a 4,000 square foot home, you can be on a massive lot, and it's gonna start to make that lot feel just a little bit smaller. So just keep that in mind as you're looking at them. But even as you're driving through the streets, so you're gonna have tree-lined streets and walking paths all throughout the neighborhood, but they're gonna be a little bit more wide than you're gonna find in the typical neighborhood. So whether you wanna take a bike ride around the neighborhood with the kids, you wanna go out for a walk or a run with your dog, you're gonna have over 5 miles of walking paths in your neighborhood alone. This is also gonna be an amenity-rich neighborhood. So you're gonna have 2 resort-style community pools. You're gonna have basketball courts throughout the neighborhood. You're gonna have big open spaces, parks, playgrounds, and then you're gonna have a splash pad for the kiddos in the summer. Like I was saying, lots here are gonna range from that standard size lot, kind of 0.18 acres that we see up here, all the way up to, on the high end, they're gonna be around 0.85 to 0.9 acres. So there's a big range here depending on what size you're looking for. And now that they're wrapping up development, they are in that final phase. So the homes still available are on this rim portion of the neighborhood. They overlook a good portion of the Treasure Valley. You're gonna see the foothills. The views are just absolutely killer, and the homes themselves are just gorgeous as well. Now, these are gonna be closer to that 1.2 to 1.4, 1.5 million, depending on the specific home. But on the whole, the neighborhood has a median price of around 800,000. But this is a must-see if you're out in South Meridian trying to figure out where you want to put up some roots. Just down the road from Sky Mesa, we're going to talk about one of those that's a little bit older. It's going to be around the same age as Paramount. We're going to talk about Tuscany. So like Paramount, Tuscany is going to be a true master plan community that had a lot of thought put into it by the developers. Throughout the neighborhood, you're gonna find 4 different pools. You're gonna have a clubhouse that has high-end finishes in there for entertaining whatever event you have people in the neighborhood for. There's gonna be a full chef's kitchen in there that you can use. You're gonna find basketball courts. There's gonna be a putting green. You actually have a City of Meridian big 8-acre park, Renaissance Park, located right in the heart of the neighborhood. You're gonna have a few different small pocket parks throughout as well. And then like always, you're gonna have a ton of walking paths throughout this neighborhood, as well as a nice little canal running through that you can walk on the side of. It really is just a nice, mature, landscaped, big trees sort of neighborhood that you really have to see to really get the feel of it. It's hard to give you the beauty of a neighborhood like this through a video just like this. So it is absolutely gorgeous. But if you're looking at this and you're like, no, I want brand spanking new. I don't need that mature landscaping. I want to have that new construction. I am ready for that. We're gonna stay in South Meridian. We're gonna go to the very southern edge of Meridian, and we're gonna talk about Pinnacle. So Pinnacle is a huge master plan community that is in the works in South Meridian. Now, I wanna warn you, this is a project that has been in the making, and they don't expect all construction and all development to be done till about 2035 to 2040. You heard that correctly. That's over another decade away, 15 years. But the reason for this is they have got so much planned. When you combine all the types of housing that they're gonna offer here, the multifamily, your classic single family detached homes, the attached townhomes, all of these are going to come out to around 2,000 homes. So this is gonna be a huge community. You're also gonna have retail and commercial spaces. They're gonna have a post office. They already have a charter school. They're hoping to get another school. It's gonna turn into the SoMe district, which is what they're really trying to kind of gear all of this towards, a true gathering place in South Meridian. So this SoMe district's going to have an amphitheater, you're gonna have 2 community pools, you're gonna have a clubhouse, there's gonna be an indoor and an outdoor fitness area, you're gonna have playgrounds, you're gonna have parks and walking paths all inside of Pinnacle itself. And then right next door, it's already there, Discovery Park, which is one of the coolest parks that we have in our valley. So you're gonna have access to all of the recreation that you would like. There's a dog park there. Discovery Park is one that you should check out. If you're gonna be anywhere close, you're probably gonna end up there anyways. But the fact that it is connected to the neighborhood is just another really good amenity that Pinnacle can offer. Now, Pinnacle is a Brighton community, so you're gonna have the 3 builders that show up in Brighton communities. You're gonna have, of course, Brighton Homes. You're gonna have Alturas Homes, and then you're gonna have James Clyde Homes. Pricing on the low end, and this is all brand new construction, is gonna be around that 600,000 mark, but you're gonna be able to get up into the mid to high 800s, low 900s if you're really looking at the high end, bigger homes on those primo lots. So there are some really good choices. And I don't know if it's coming through, but I am really excited about this. Before we chose to set up roots in Eagle about 1.5 years ago, South Meridian, I was looking there so hard, and Pinnacle was one that it was a little bit early to kind of get our foot in the door there, but it is a development that I think is really gonna look cool 10 to 15 years from now if you're looking out in that part of town. But there you have it. Those are 5 of my favorite neighborhoods in Meridian, Idaho right now. This is in no way a complete list of everything that is worth checking out in Meridian. There are a ton of great subdivisions for you to see. But if you have any questions at all about any of these neighborhoods or just moving to Meridian, Idaho in particular, all of my information is down below. If there's a way that I can help, I would absolutely love to. But until then, I hope you learned something today that helps you in your journey and move it just one step forward. Watch one of these videos that's popping up, and I'll see you all on the next one.